What's going on? What's the word? What's the word? What's going on? What we talking about? It's your boy Robbie. We back for another react. This is going to be coming from Poetic Flacco. It's going to be talking about this Corey Holcomb situation, the end of Corey Holcomb officially. Yo, I ain't going to cap. Ever since this whole situation jumped off with him and Anton Daniels when they was having that verbal sprawl on his show, it's just been all downhill from there. All these accusations and stuff like that, allegations and everything. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But we ain't gonna waste no time. We gonna let this video do what it do, see what he's talking about. Be sure to like, sub to this channel, leave your comments down below. Let's get to the video.
If you watched the last episode of Corey Holcomb's podcast, then it's pretty obvious to anyone watching, it's officially over for Corey Holcomb, man. It's done. But the worst part about it all, man, is how hard Corey Holcomb is trying to avoid the inevitable. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Cal. Look at what the highest, if you want to get paid by business here, people, daily basis, you can do so on Kalshi by clicking the link in my description and downloading the app and using code Flacco to get $10 on your first deposit. First order of business here, people. Corey Holcomb numbers is as bad as it's ever been. It's been about 2 or 3 days. He still hasn't hit 100,000 yet. This is unprecedented. If I would have told you about a month ago, Corey Holcomb would be struggling to hit 100,000, you would say I'm tripping. Corey Holcomb has gone from 300,000, 200,000, 200,000 to slowly and gradually falling off, staying around the 150, 140 range. Now it's at 87,000. And understand, after the show, the numbers don't.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's only 2 days into that stream and it's got 87,000. I mean, you got to let things marinate for a minute. I don't know if that's like career ending numbers. You know what I mean? Now, if he was at, in my opinion, if he was at like, say, 300K, a million, and he did that within like let's say he was at 300K in just 2 days, then I'd be like, all right, something is up. But that's not too bad. He's probably gonna hit 100,000. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll let this rock out. Let's continue.
Don't increase by that much. Okay, I believe when this episode was done, right after about the first, I don't know, 12 hours, it was, you know, like over 100,000. After the first day, about 120, 130. It don't really increase by that much for a live stream, especially for Corey Holcomb, right? Because most of the stuff is like age restricted. So for this, only at 87,000, this is as bad as, this is probably worse than I ever expect. I didn't expect for Corey Holcomb to fall off this fast. And it's even more sad because it's not like he came and did the show and he milled it in. No, he worked hard for this 87,000. Oh, Corey worked hard for that 87,000. He tried everything in his power to hit 100,000, but the people are just sick and tired of the show. Corey spent the first 20 minutes of this episode with what I can only describe as absolutely embarrassing himself and taking himself through a humiliation ritual. I don't know if Corey Holcomb is sacrificing, I don't know, the last shred of respect he has left to revive this podcast. Maybe that's the sacrifice, right? Instead of selling your soul, you sell your self-respect. Bro was dancing and singing in what I can only describe as, I don't know,
yo, why is my nigga wearing the goddamn vest that Troy was wearing in Waiting to Exhale? Nigga, take your your leather in the summertime ass, need a shave home, nigga. Yo, not the vest that Troy was wearing. Yo, he bugged out for that one, man.
Alligator vest with no shirt underneath, with arms that looks like cadaver arms. It don't even look like his arms belongs to him. Those look like Ozempic arms. Now, I can't confirm Corey Holcomb is on Ozempic. Right, that's just my opinion. All right, this is not factual, but look at his arms. It looks weird. Now, this almost 60-year-old man is singing about a girl giving him fellatio, and I'm like, you're 60. Grow up. Use your mouth for sucking, man. Not so much for talking. This man has completely lost it. He's lost his confidence. He doesn't even know what to do anymore with this show and himself. Right? Because nobody wants to hear Corey Holcomb give any life advice after we seen the last month of your life we don't want you to help us out with our life, bro. So now he has resorted to being a full-out clown, a full-out locale for the internet. And it's sad to watch, man. Yo, he's just trying he's throwing anything at the wall, hoping something stick, but nothing is sticking. Yo, at some point during this podcast, Corey Holcomb brought on a random comedian to tell jokes. I guess because nobody wants to hear him tell jokes. So let's bring on somebody who could give the fans what they want. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? The first 20 minutes is you dancing and singing. Then at some point, you just cut off to a random comedian telling jokes. Shout out to the brother, but why are you doing this to your podcast? Right? None of his original co-hosts is there. It's randoms now on the show.
That's what
no
happened.
Cohesiveness. It was just absolutely absurd.
Freaky for me. I said, what? She said, talk to me like Forrest Gump while we're... I said, what? Then I thought about it. I was like, Jenny, you're right.
Shout out to the brother who got the opportunity, man. I wish you well on your comedy career. But Corey, you need to be imprisoned for putting your audience through this nonsense you put them through.
Yo, prison is crazy.
Yo, this show, and I'm being honest here, this is not hyperbole. This is literally the worst podcast episode I've ever watched. I've never seen a greater train wreck. Like, we've seen other like podcast episodes from Corey that was a train wreck, but at least it was a train wreck we watched on camera where it was drama, is him talking about the nonsense. This time, it was just bad. It was nothing even redeeming about this episode. Now, the worst part about this episode isn't the singing or the alligator vest or the random comedians or the fact that Darlene and Craig wasn't out there. No, the worst part about this are the things that came out of Corey Holcomb's mouth. At some point during this podcast, Corey Holcomb decided he was going to voluntarily expose himself. He was going to confess the things that no man should ever confess to out loud. And what's comically absurd about his confessions, much of the things he confessed to are allegations that he put on other people. So now we know, like when Corey Holcomb called somebody backdooria, well, that was a projection, okay? Because ain't nothing more backdooria than confessing that you are a groupie for another man. All right, that's the first thing he confessed. He just outright stated he's a groupie for a man.
But I saw the brother Jamie Foxx.
Hey.
And from what I understand, I said some stuff about Jamie Foxx before. Now, this is what happens in comedy. Let me tell y'all who's younger than me. If you ever say anything about somebody, the bad stuff is going to stick. The good stuff is going to go away. I think I played with Jamie Foxx, like, I be joking about backdooria stuff and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, I've always thought Jamie Foxx was a great actor.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Singer.
Oof, yes, sir.
Comedian, entertainer. Like, I'm a fan. I'm a groupie around Jamie Foxx.
You know what's worse than admitting you are a groupie for another man? Is admitting you are a groupie for a man who you came on your show and alluded to being a homosexual. Let's just ignore the fact that first that I keep the same energy in person persona, it's over with. You don't keep the same energy, bruh. You talked about that man like a dog throughout the years. Then you've seen him in person and play nice. But to admit you are a groupie for a man that you have claimed or alluded to being a part of the homosexuals of Hollywood is absurd. And certainly.
I mean, you know, that's kind of absurd. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay 10 toes down with how you feel. But I would also say, we know how they do in Hollywood. You know how they give it up. You know what I mean? That could very well be his way of saying, you know what, I need to say good things because in the event I run into him, you know, there's certain doors that he can get me in. You know what I'm saying? So that I can either have a bigger podcast or I could network with this person. You never know what the intent is with the switch up. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times it has something to do with that. Like they trying to get in good with somebody so that, you know what I mean? They get them doors, get them keys to them doors. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to continue.
If you weren't Corey Holcomb, you will call yourself backdooria for admitting to such a thing, man. Your credibility is out the window with this one, Corey. You would never get over this clip.
I know Jamie Foxx don't really want me around him like that. I said a name. I could say names. I'm tired of smiling with y'all too. I'm tired of being nice. You ain't got no business disliking me because I don't jump in and out of bed with men. That's foul. So you got a problem with me. I'm ousted out of the society you're in. But we don't oust them out of our society. When we see them, we accept them knowing that they have an issue that they ain't proud of and they don't want out there.
Everything Corey Holcomb does is projection. For Corey Holcomb to call every man on the planet in Hollywood backdooria, this is what you confessing to, Corey? You are a groupie for a man who you claim or you alluded to, in my opinion, sleeps with other men. You alluded that Jamie Foxx deals with other men, but yet you claim you are a groupie for him. Oh, no, this is terrible. But what's worse than that is Corey Holcomb killing his entire credibility by finally confessing that when he comes on his shows and he makes up these allegations about other people and he throw out these allegations and he talks about how Hollywood is this, and this. Well, Corey Holcomb just finally admitted the loud part out loud, that what we all knew, which was he's a hater. Corey Holcomb finally confessed that the reason why he comes on his show and talk about these people that are doing great things is because he wants to be a part of Hollywood. So when he comes and talks about how he don't want to be a part of Hollywood because Hollywood likes men in Hollywood, you know, like you got to do butt stuff to make it far in Hollywood. Well, Corey Holcomb finally confessed he only says those things to his audience because he secretly still wants to be a part of Hollywood.
So somebody told me when I said stuff about him, and I just want to apologize. If I said something about Jamie Foxx that was bad, I mean, who's got the courage to say this? Because I think I've said this before. I think I was a little salty because I wasn't able to hang with Jamie Foxx when I was around him.
Oh, they didn't invite you to
Have y'all
play?
ever been in that situation where you see somebody and you want to be down so bad and you don't get to be down and hang out, and then you be like, ooh.
Hey, man. In those type of situations, what you got to do, you just got to build your own lane. If somebody ain't, you know, like, look, you can't hang over here, it's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go do my thing over here. You know, I'm going to build my own crew. And then, you know, if it gets to a point where it's like, oh, okay, yo, I see you over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it really be like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people just ain't fucking with you. But he's like, all right, I'm not going to feel no kind of way about it. Look, maybe this just isn't the right time. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Or maybe they just wasn't rocking with your energy. Or maybe, who knows? But, yeah, niggas just be out here doing all types of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I've experienced that before.
Yeah.
A new term I heard recently, maybe my old got it. It was FOMO.
What is it called?
Fear of missing out, FOMO. Yeah.
FOMO, fear of missing out. I felt like I didn't fit in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I was FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what was wrong with me. Cause see, I'm
feel like
I'm
that,
older.
Corey. I should have been further along in this career. I don't really fool with. It's too many shenanigans.
Man, when I went to the concert with Joe Coy and Gabriel Iglesias, my old agent is they agent.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Like I was with the big agencies and all that. And
Y'all ain't gonna cap, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. And I know I'm switching my camera back and forth, but that's just gonna be a new addition to when I do my reactions, because I want y'all to like see me in full frame to get the full expression and then go back to the video. So just get used to that. But I wanted to say this, like, one thing I love about doing YouTube is that this doesn't necessarily require you to have to deal with some of the horrors that you hear that go on in Hollywood and all of that stuff. You can literally be in the comfort of your crib, wherever, and rock out, do your thing, make your paper, and keep it pushing. You don't got to be with all that extra bullshit that you be hearing that goes on in the industry. Now, we don't know, I don't know how true it is, but it's just, I'm just glad that we are in a space now where there's more than one way to make some fucking money being in front of a camera, and you don't have to be working for a network or no shit like that. You feel me? Or a major movie production company. Just wanted to throw that out there, but let's get back to the video.
Felt like I didn't fit in, so I was rebellious.
But you got your own lane, though.
I got my own lane, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of who I am. But I still should have tried to merge into Hollywood until Hollywood wasn't worried about me. Instead of me staying away like Hollywood, I don't need y'all. I should have tried to merge into it, and then eventually, look, check this out. This is important for y'all. Eventually, when they used to being around you and you used to being around them, the fear ain't there.
No.
They're being worried about it. They be like, oh, that's Corey, he cool.
Yeah.
And I'll be the same way with them. I realized that as I got older, and especially when I went to the concert, because Joe Coy, Gabriel Iglesias, them was my guys. Well, they still my guys.
Yeah.
And then when I was backstage and I'm looking at everybody, and if you just sold out, I think it was over 74,000 people in there.
Part of the foundation of this podcast is Corey Holcomb wanted a vehicle and a lane and an avenue to expose Hollywood. And Corey Holcomb was so different. These other guys who are these movie stars who are in 3 or more major movies, according to Corey Holcomb, his words specifically, these guys who are in 3 or more major movies, they've gotten in those movies because they did some things behind the scenes. They gave that butt up. The fact that the foundation of this podcast is you trying to expose Hollywood and you exposing these dudes who are lit, only for you to confess, A, you had the same management these dudes have. You just ain't make it big, but they made it big for whatever reason. But y'all had the same management team. Secondly, you were hating all this time. All the time you went on these rants, putting backdooria allegations on certain dudes, lying on them, turning your audience against them. You did all of that only because you wanted to fit in, but you couldn't fit in because they didn't want to hang with you. The fact that you would admit this out loud and people will still go back to this podcast and listen says a lot about whoever is still listening to this podcast. This is terrible, man. This is horrible, man. Horrible. But probably not as horrible as what Corey Holcomb admitted he did to his baby mama.
No.
That's the curse God gave you. Yeah. That is your greatest
Because we're strong enough to handle it.
No, you were put here to do it.
Yeah, because I can handle it. God don't give you nothing you can't handle. Men can't handle it. That's why they don't do it.
Women were put here to have our children when we're done with them.
Oh, my God.
Is this not a fact? I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be mean.
Don't be sorry. Tell the truth.
When we wash up, we expect you to keep it.
What?
What? That's an honor when you tell us you pregnant and we be like, good.
It depends on what state of life you in.
Then you can't get a passport and fly nowhere because you're talking about good.
With the callback.
And see, the problem with this is that these are the elder statesmen, you know what I'm saying? And they have this way of thinking. You feel me? Nobody's perfect. I get that. But it's like, yo, man, is this really what we want, young boys and girls, the type of time we want them to be out here on? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
I got this King Kong built bitch pregnant. And,
oh, my God.
King Kong.
We was on the Santa Monica stairs, and I just happened to fall that way. What? I'm just saying.
King Kong?
She was King Kong built.
And you didn't opt for an abortion?
You ever see when King Kong beat his chest?
Yeah.
She was just like that.
But I'm saying, though, you letting that happen?
No, she was going to have it. That's why I accidentally fell on the Santa Monica stairs on top of her.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Not you accidentally fell.
I knew I was going to survive. I felt like, well, that's before y'all time.
This is the Santa Monica stairs. If you guys have never been, is very long. Corey Holcomb just stated, right, in my opinion, from my assumption of this is, he took a baby mama that he considered unattractive. He took a woman he got pregnant to these stairs. Then he fell over, knocked her back, and fell on top of her. And that caused her to have a miscarriage, to not have the baby. This man just admitted to murder. Because, like with his winking and his...
If he did do that.
I fell over accidentally. one can surmise that he did this on purpose. And if you did this on
See, this is what I'm saying. I know I'm stopping the video. It's almost over, but this is what I'm saying. Why you got to be careful what the hell you see on the internet, because people can clip that up and run with any narrative. You know what I'm saying? Now, based on what he said, he basically openly admitted that he did, try to, commit, unaliving an unborn child by doing what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you put that, or even say that, or even do something like that? Why even go that far with her in the first place? You know what I'm saying? If that's how you felt internally about her, why even go? See, this is what I'm saying, man. Niggas be thinking what they downstairs and don't be thinking what they upstairs. You feel me? Shit bugged out, man.
Purpose. This is a murder charge. This is not okay. This is not okay, man. But what I can say is this. Your show, bro, it's cooked. Like, the numbers is done. People are toned out. They're done watching. But what's even worse is the methods you're going about trying to revive this show. People is not going to hear you talk about how you damn near murder your baby by falling over on your baby mama. They're not going to hear those stories or hear you talk about how you're a groupie for Jamie Foxx. They're not going to hear those stories, Corey, and say, yeah, this is a podcast I want to watch. Disgusting, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video somewhere on my screen, somewhere here.
All right, that's going to be the end of the video. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say for Corey Holcomb, to be honest. I mean, I never really watched the 50. Matter of fact, let me say I've never watched the 5150 podcast. The only time it came across my radar is when Anton Daniels went on there and them two had a back and forth. And that's only because I have been following Anton Daniels for quite a while now, a couple of years now. And so it just piqued my interest to see what the hell they was talking about, because, it was some shit going on there. So, and even after that, I didn't start watching his podcast. So I guess it doesn't surprise me that this is happening. It's just crazy how these two were in a back and forth, and somehow Corey, he's not having the winning season right now. Like, his podcast ain't really doing what it's doing. Anton is still getting views and people still tuning in and whatnot. Like, it didn't seem to slow his motion. You know what I'm saying? So it's quite interesting, to say the least. But y'all get down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. And if y'all watch that podcast, y'all let me know. I'll be sure to link this video in case y'all want to go support him, watch some more of his videos. If you made it this far into my video, I appreciate you for watching. Make sure you chin check that like button. You feel me? Make sure you take the subway to my channel, and be sure to sound off in the comments section until security kicks your asses out. But with all that being said, it's your boy Robbie, and until the next video, we out of here.